When I tell you I'm nearly shitting myself in fear, I'm not kidding. What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Paige the Page, and welcome to the first Sufferathon vlog. We're back. So it is currently 8:30 on the 1st of September. I have been in the Sufferathon Discord for 2.5 hours. 2.5! Some people, they're dumb fucks. Other ones, just chaos. It's been a grand time. But I will insert the footage here of what happened last night because I'm doing a spin wheel to pick which receptionist prompt I'm going to be starting the week with. Here we go. Oh! I'm starting with Wrens. This is doable. This is not how I thought I was starting this, but this is doable and I had mentally prepped for this to happen. Shit. Okay. As you would have seen my existential crisis, this is because I got Wrens. And Wrens' challenge is to gather up a stack of 8 different books, the shortest ones on our TBR are as close as humanly possible, and to roll a die. If it's an even, I have to read the book. If it's an odd, I have to unhaul it. The reason I'm shitting myself is Katie Robert is one of my smallest books. Technically it is a Demon's Bargain, but I'm not up to there, so I'm putting on The Gargoyle Captive, which I'm going to be entertained if this was a gift from Ren. No, it was from Jacqueline. Okay. I need this to be an even. I can't unhaul this. But I do have my stack. So we've got The Gargoyle's Captive, A Clockwork Orange, Dead Poets Society, The Vegetarian, Search for Sienna, which is the first in the Everworld series. This is one of the larger ones, but most of them, majority of them, were the shorter ones, but I haven't read them, so just putting the first one on. Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. I will just be unhauling this off my TBR but keeping it on Ash's shelves because it's one of his books, but I'm curious to read it. Veronica Decides to Die by Paulo Coelho. Again, I will just be unhauling this off my shelves and off my TBR, but Ash wants to keep the Paulo Coelhos that we've got for him to be able to read. I really don't want to read this. I would be very happy for this to be an unhaul. And Power to the Princess. 15 favourite fairy tales retold with girl power. So this is one that I need for Pokemon, so regardless I will be reading this and then unhauling it because I need to read something that's under 100 pages and that's 96. So that's my stack, so let's go. Alrighty, so I got my books, I got my dice. One other thing to note, I should do roll the dice, read it all, unhaul it, next one, next one. I'm just going to do it all in one go. So here we go. Let's start. So first on the chopping block. Oh mother of fuck. So that's an even, so I'm reading it. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I'm unhauling it. Oh, my heart is broken. Next. Well, that removes 11 books off my TBR. My bad. The Vegetarian. Okay, fairly well. Dead Poets. Okay, I'm reading that. Clockwork Orange. Okay, I'm reading that. Can I roll and then decide which one it applies for? Oh my god, I'm crying. Oh mother of fuck. So I have to read this and then unhold it. Oh, for the love of all that is holy. Oh! Hello my darlings, it is now 8 p.m. and I need to jump in the shower and wash my hair. I have read my first book, Power to the Princess by Vita Morrow, and giving this a 4 stars. Happy to unhaul this, will definitely be better in the hands of a kid. God bless Erin for coming in clutch with my other books, so I'm either going to pick up A Clockwork Orange or Veronica Decides to Die. I don't know why I keep saying Veronica Taylor. Anyway, Veronica Decides to Die. And I've got the audiobooks for those now. I've decided, if I can, also love to add Convenience Store Woman and actually read that rather than just unhaul it off Ash's shelves, because, or unhaul it back to Ash's shelves, because I want to read it. That's where I'm currently up to. I have just done 15 minutes on the walking pad and I did 30 minutes earlier, and I've hit my first lot of 10,000 steps. I have essentially had to move my body for 2 hours today. So I did the half hour on the walking pad. I walked to and from Coles and then did the extra 15 minutes. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow. I do have work and I'm still definitely going to read more tonight, but I just wanted to come on and check in before I went and looked like a wet dog. So I am going to go shower and I will check in with you when I have a further update. Bye!
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deep.
Hello my darlings, it is now 20 to 11 and I need to go to bed because I am a tired little individual. I have done 10,139 steps and yeah. I've also finished A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess and really surprised at the fact that I'm giving it a 3.5, considering how much I wanted this to be over throughout the first 2 parts. The third part just hit in a way that I wasn't expecting. So I'm actually kind of happy. I don't know if I'm going to unhaul this or not. I'll talk to Ash if he still wants to keep this edition on our shelves or not, but I've read it. I did it. I was uncomfortable through majority of this. It was not a fun time, but I think that I do have some brain cells to be able to appreciate the commentary that was being put forth in this, and was able to just get through the horrific side of things to be able to see it as what it was trying to do. I also think listening to it on 3 times speed was probably the best way for me to go, because the slang that they used just flowed with context more so than listening to it and actually trying to process what they were. I just looked at the glossary and went, okay, these are the main things, and if there were any that he kept saying that I was like, I don't know, I just go back and look at it. So that worked really well for me. There was one section, and I shared it in the Sufferathon Discord, being like, my brain just had an aneurysm listening to this, and everyone was like, what the fuck is this? So that was really validating. So that is done and dusted. I have made it to page 28 of Dead Poets, and just my heart's gonna hurt because I know this story very well. I don't know how I'm gonna go, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna keep going because I want to read this. So it is very satisfying flying through these short books, because this year I knew that one of my goals was to keep my page numbers up, and I've just thrown this out the window. So we shall see. Yeah, flying through that has been awesome. My battery is about to die because I forgot to change it. And I also got to page 17 of Veronica Decides to Die by Paula Coelho, and this also very much surprised me with how it started. Love that it matches my hair. I had zero information about what this is aside from the title, and the title is extremely accurate. Like, someone attempts suicide within the first 10 pages? 9. So yeah. But the philosophy with it, very interesting. And I do enjoy Paulo Coelho's writing from Reading the Alchemist. I think that one was just a lot more big brain energy, whereas I think this message is going to be pretty coherent. So that's what I'm currently working on. And then once I finish those, I'm allowing myself to dive into the Gargoyles Captive. So I've got a good time ahead of me, and I'm actually like really excited just flying through this. So once I get through this, then I'm gonna probably actually try and pick up Convenience Store Woman, because I don't want to miss out on that, and then dive into one of my TBR books. So with that, I'm going to love you and leave you and go take a nap. Check in with you tomorrow.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy.
I don't know how people vlog outside. I'm way too self-conscious and the sun is way too bright. Good morning, my sweet little potatoes. Oh, I apologize. There is no avoiding this. I didn't check in last night as I was live with Erin, which was a fabulous time. I love Erin so much. I love all my co-hosts so gosh damn diddly much. So I think I ended up getting up to page 67 of Veronica Decides to Die. I have no idea how I'm feeling about this book. It's very, very random, but we'll just keep going. I'm now walking to work and I've been struggling to want to listen to anything that generally, how do y'all do this with people around? I don't like it. But anyway, so I'm walking to work and I'm struggling to listen to anything but music this morning, which is very weird for me, but I am loving it. So I'm just dancing along around my kitchen, whatever have us. So I'm gonna love you and leave you and keep going, and I will check in with you later. Bye.
Hello my darlings. Oh my gosh, it has been a big day, but we have made progress with the fact that I finished Veronica Decides to Die by Paulo Coelho. I'm giving this 3.5. It was a very interesting philosophical book, but I'm not in the headspace for big brain energy. Someone throws up all over themselves and there was just a lot that happened in a very short period of time. So I was a little overwhelmed, but it wasn't bad, and I definitely think that there will be the right niche for this. That niche just isn't me. So I will be keeping this on my shelves. Obviously it's off the TBR, so Ash can read it. I'm very curious to hear his thoughts on it, just because it is such a really different. It was a thing that I read and I am one step closer to getting my hands onto The Gargoyle's Captive. With that, I also ended up reading up to page 81 of Dead Poets. Yee! The quotes that they've taken from the movie, just reading it, I can hear it in Robin Williams' voice. I just want to rewatch the movie. It probably would have been faster for me to rewatch it than read it physically, but I'm here, I'm getting there. My soul is, I'm in pain. It's gonna hurt. I'm getting there, so I'm nearly at the halfway mark, which is exciting, and I'm gonna read Convenience Store. I probably made a choice considering what if I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 had The Vegetarian and The Search for Sienna, the Everworld series, which are the only two that I feel comfortable unhauling, but I'm like speed reading through the ones that I didn't have to, just so that I can count that. There is no way that this is still going to collectively total enough pages to hit my reverse reading page if I go with the 688 pages, but technically it was 672, so that would actually count. That means I have hit my reading goal. That's exciting. So yeah, that's the update for where I'm at and what I'm doing. It has been fun, like blasting through the 3 books in 4 days, and I'll just keep trucking away with it. I have also completed my battery may die before I load this. My steps, I'd have to be at 40,000 and I'm at 41,449. For someone that works in admin and doesn't do a whole lot of stepping in their day-to-day, everything hurts and this is unpleasant. But I'm persevering. I'm really proud of getting it done every day so far, and we'll just keep going, keep chipping away at it and seeing how we go. But I am very excited, very happy that I'm giving this a damn good go. I'm going to go sit in bed and do my 1 line a day and then go to sleep because Ash has to be at work super early tomorrow, so I will have to get up early. But I will check in with you when I have another reading update. Bye! Hello my darlings. It is now 11:15 on Thursday the 5th. I am going to bed. I have done my steps. And I have both made myself so mad and so depressed. I'm giving this 1 star. I'm so fucking pissed. Like, I knew going in that there was gonna be a moment that I wasn't gonna agree with. Just go watch the movie. Pretend you didn't see me talk about this. This does not exist. Do not destroy the perfection that is Dead Poet Society, the movie, with this trash ass motherfucking shit. Like, I am half tempted to throw this in the bin. It still follows the same ending. We just add in more sexual assault from the characters and objectification of women, which isn't that prominent in the film. there are moments of like, oh my god, you know, women are such a foreign thing because of this school, women aren't there. But it's never done in a derogative way. Like literally the way that Robin Williams starts is to say that poetry and language is to woo women, not in a way of grossness and moroseness, but of beauty and passion. And this destroys that on such a fundamental level that I can't come back from. Yeah. If I wasn't watching the Matilda the musical with Jacqueline this weekend, I would be watching Dead Poets to make myself feel better and to sob my eyes out, because it's still a depressing fucking ending regardless of which medium you consume it in. And I don't know, like no offense meant, I'm just lashing out, but to those people that have rated this book 5 stars and like, oh my god, the author is so amazing at writing, I'm like, sorry, the quotes from that, the good ones, are taken from the screenplay directly, and they are the only good components of writing in it, is when it is literally referencing the movie. I'm so disappointed. Welcome to Sufferathon though. This is what happens, and I'm glad that it didn't just linger on my shelves as like this pinnacle thing that I was very excited to get for, knowing that there was a moment that I was not going to agree with. Done, I've ripped that Band-Aid off, and this Nancy Kleinbaum can go shove a cactus up her ass. Why? Why? It genuinely has left me speechless and borderline at tears. Because if people are getting to this trash and not watching the movie that is what I would consider a cinematic masterpiece, just, oh, that hurts. It hurts so much. I don't even have the brain capacity to discuss where these scenes came from, and I can appreciate that it was alluded to in the film. There is a moment that is not okay. A guy kisses a girl with a boyfriend on the forehead. That's the film. In the book, I have to listen to descriptions of him rubbing his hands over her and trying to get as close to her breasts as humanly possible while she's making out with her boyfriend, so she thinks that it's the boyfriend's hands. What the actual fuck? It wasn't necessary. That whole and it was descriptive, was completely unnecessary. The character was not a horny fucking bastard that... no. I can appreciate that that's what... I don't even think the film was alluding to it. I just... that's why I need to re-watch it before I make comment on it. And I was enjoying it so much with getting to see my favourite quotes and read them myself and be able to hear their voices come through. And then it all went to shit. And I can't come back from it because it's completely tainted it. There are 2 moments that have completely ruined it for me. And it just doesn't need to exist. It is not offering anything to the world by existing. So, I'm gonna go take my harsh critiques to bed and put on my big girl pants and get over myself tomorrow. But for right now, I'm so upset. And so I want to harumph and go cuddle Ash because I just... fucking hell. I was cautiously optimistic when I started this, being like, oh, everything seems to be okay. It's like, I can't remember if Ash said it or I was thinking it, but it's like, no, I'm pretty sure Ash said it when I was explaining the situation. The author wanted to make this more feminist by making men shit, and I fully see that. It's like, we're gonna make this more like, woo, and I'm like, no, this doesn't help anyone at all. So please go watch the movie. It's quicker to get through, considering the book's only 166 pages. It'd be quicker to watch it. And you have the beautiful actor from House, his best friend, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, and Robin Williams, and a young Ethan Hawke. I was going to start on Convenience Store Woman because I have to unhaul it off to Ash's shelves, and I've decided that since that has become the thing that I had to do, I now don't want to do that. So I'm going to read it by the end of the week, which I think will be possible. But I'm also going to dive into Katie Robert tomorrow because I just need this positivity. So this is going to be my 100th book read. And whilst I am excited to get to Convenience Store, I want my 100th book to be Katie Robert. So I think I'm going to have a much better time with this. and I will check in with you when I'm not such a sorry sack of shit for myself. One of my favourite movies of all time has been tainted by an incompetent fuckwit. I literally put in my reading tracker spreadsheet, the author's name is Fuckity Fuckwit. I am petty and childish, and I don't give a shit. I'll check in with you tomorrow. Bye.
I'm gonna die. Why? Why must you do this to me? I just want to sit and eat my lunch. Why? Was literally on the bricks right beside me. And I think I got tuna teriyaki instead of chicken.
And silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner.
Mission successful.
Love. Oh god, this hurts so much more.
Just stand, Mama. Just stand. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it lift. Enough pixels for how much beauty there is.
Oh, shucks. So baby. Hello, my darlings. It is now
Way too late.
way too late. 20 to midnight on Friday the 6th of September. And I'm just checking in because I finished The Gargoyles Captive by Katie Robert.
Oh, you finished it?
I read the whole thing tonight. It was glorious, and I am very happy with this development. Obviously, 5 stars. Like, please don't expect me to be objective when it comes to Katie Robert. It is just very much, I really enjoy their character dynamics. The smut is usually perfect for happy days, and this was no exception. Plot. What plot? I go in with the particular expectation of having a good time with wonderful characters, and every time that hits my expectation. So I will fully talk to people and, you know, say my criticisms if they need me to, but like, I'm the wrong person to be asking for my rating on Katie Robert. But this was actually my 100th book of the year, which was very exciting. And oh no, is your nighttime needle out? Oh, that's so devastating. It's gonna be so cold. Oh. And yeah, considering I had a 1-star last night, jumping to this 5-star, it's a good time. So with that, I have technically finished the reads that I needed to for Ren's prompt for Sufferathon, but I am still also going to read Convenience Store Woman tomorrow because that should only take me an hour. And then, Dear for the Love of All That Is Holy, I need to start on my actual TBR for the month. Is this going to get any better? Probably not. We'll see how we go. But I am very excited for the list, and I am very excited with what I did get accomplished today. So I'm nowhere near on target for my reading goal, and that is completely fine because I'm having a grand time. So I am going to sign off for the night and check in with you tomorrow when I have more of a reading update. I will, say dash. Sometime tomorrow to get whose prompt I'm doing for week 2 because they drop on Sunday. Got a little bit of duck face there too, my darling. There you go. Now it's just sad pout. Sad Ash. Oh dear. For those that don't know, Ash is a diabetic. So he gives himself insulin before going to bed, and unfortunately his other needle ran out, which means the one he's having to stab himself with tonight is icy cold.
Fresh out of the fridge.
So it's like a hot cold burn.
Yes, because it's cold going in, but there's a temperature differential which makes it hot in the belly, but it's a hot cold. It's like brain freeze in the stomach. Weird.
Oh, I can understand that. But yes, that is why we are sad for him tonight. I do have to admit I am very thankful for the Sufferathon Discord because I posted about the fact that I was cranky and went to give everyone punishments, and then Crystal was like, go give Paige some love and fill the lobby with love, and people were lovely, and so that cheered me up. And that was a really, really nice moment. See, our little chaos demons can do some good if they're encouraged to.
They can be chaotic good too.
Yeah. Rarely, but when prompted they can be. But with that, I am going to sign off for the night and check in with you tomorrow for the last day of this vlog. How has it already been a week? Well, tomorrow will be the first week of Sufferathon complete. Oh my god, this month is fucking flying.
I hope it continues to until the last week, in which case it slows down astronomically.
Yeah.
Because I want to sleep on my time off. Look at your wings.
62,000 steppies.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, it makes me tired just... Ugh.
I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye! So, the intrusive thought one. So, here we go. Let's cleanse, shall we? Please give me some luck. I beg of you. Please. I will need to relabel this Elimana's Tears. Hello, my darlings. It is now 10 to midday on the 7th. Do y'all mind? Thank you. Jesus, inconsiderate bastards. And so we will be having the prom drop tomorrow, but I have just finished Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata, and I'm giving this 4.5. I'm so scared for Earthlings, but this was a time. I'm gonna wait for Ash to read it and then be able to talk to him about it because it's about a convenience store worker. They don't fit in. Everyone's like, go on, get married, have babies, and they're like, but I'm a convenience store worker. That's my purpose. That's what I do. The situation unfolds, and yeah, it was one of those that I'm like listening to it going, did I just find, what the fuck? This is very highbrow for little brain cell brain, but yeah. But I really enjoyed it, and I really want Ash to read it sometime soon, so then we can actually talk about it, because I read the first 2 pages, like, no, the first four full pages to him, and we were both giggling about it because it's relatable. I have technically over completed my challenge for Ren, because I believe I needed to read these 4 books. I then was supposed to unhaul these 2 without reading them, but I ended up reading them because I didn't want to, and that was the thing though, that was the great thing about it, was I didn't want to unhaul these without reading them, so I just read them. And it's pushing me, because now I've taken 6 books off my shelves and read 6 books in the first 7 days of the month, which feels amazing, even if my page tally is astronomically tiny. And then I will be unhauling The Vegetarian by Han Kane. and the Everworld series by K.A. Applegate, which ends up taking 12 books off of my TBR for that entire series. I've already removed like 20 books from my TBR this month. Well, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. In the first week. Thanks, friend! With that, I am conflicted because I did also finish Erin's challenge of you had to take the number of books you've read and then divide it by 35 and read that number of books within the week, because 35 averaged out to be 1 book a week. So I had read 95 books, so I had to read 3. I've read 6. And with the collective, that would actually constitute the same amount of pages as reading 3 normal sized books. And then I also completed my own goal of reading the collective total to a particular number of pages. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I hit that. Even if it was 800, I've already passed that because I've read 934 pages this week. What the fuck? Oh! We've had 1 5-star, 1 1-star, and a slew in between. But because I have finished everything bar Amy's prompt, which I'm sure if I actually look at it, I would have completed it. I feel bad not rolling for or just doing their prompt for next week. Except Amy's got next week off and we have a different receptionist joining the crew. So I'm still going to spin between Erin and the other receptionist just to keep me on my toes. I can promise you I'm going to end up with Erin's, which is the one that I don't want, only because there's a lot more to it and I could take the easy way, just add another book and that would be done and dusted. But yeah, I don't know how well this is going to go. Whereas the other receptionist, their prompt is okay. I can deal with that. And it would also correlate with my prompt as well. So, and then what's Ren's? I think Ren's was, oh yeah, so Ren's is definitely, unfortunately, not something that I have much of on my TBR, which is horrible and I need to adjust that. But we're here. So I'm going to spin between Erin and the other receptionist, so you will be able to see who the other receptionist is when I have my screen recording up. Obviously the prompts will have dropped and you will know this by this time, but I'm still just like, ah! So here we go. Whoo, whoo, I'm so scared. Ah, yes! Oh, thank the Lord in heaven. Thank the beautiful glory that is everything glory. I love Professor Merb. I love Erin, and I feel bad that I'm not doing their prompt because it is getting more culture and I definitely need more of that. But it just works better for my TBR at the moment. Oh, Lordy. Oh, I don't think I've felt this much relief in such a long time. Oh, okay, where are we going? Yeah, okay. So they actually have a select book that I will be reading. And if I do get through that within the week, then I could spin for another receptionist. So now the question is, do I pick up another book that's actually on my TBR? What is, I might just start the Obsidian Tower now because that is my author chat. So I need to have that done by the end of the following week. Ooh, I don't know. I'll message Crystal and see. But I have options. Look, I could just put it in the Discord and let chaos have its way. What do I say? Bit of blue. Ugh, dear God, I have so much shit to read. Okay, well, I am going to go message Crystal and let them know that I will be reading The Winners by Project Buckman next week and seeing how we go from there. Dear God, we've gone from the shortest shit to literally the longest book on my TBR. Alright, I will check in with you when I have a mental reading I don't know what the fuck update. Bye!
Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove.
Hello my darlings, it's now 5 PM and I'm just going on a walk, full stop. I was going to listen to YouTube because I've been listening to the Dragon Republic for 2 hours and hit like 126 pages. So I was like, I'll just go for a walk, get my steps in since they're low and listen to YouTube. My headphones died and I didn't bring the case. So I'm now going to walk back home. I will hopefully get at least 1,000 steps, which will put me at 5,000. So I'm halfway towards my goal and it's 5 PM. Why am I like this? Yes, 126 pages into Dragon Republic so far, and I've actually managed to reduce my TBR by 1,000 pages. Fun fact. So the Dragon Republic is a phoenix on the cover, so I've swapped that out. So I've swapped Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune out with the Dragon Republic and putting that in, and then that was in the one for has all the letters of my first name in the title, and I read the Gargoyle's Captive, so I'm going to put that in instead. So happy. And because I'd swapped out another one for an alchemy class that, I don't know, I think I had like Bitter Blue in for a cover change or something like that, and I've swapped that out with to be what the prompt actually was, which was food on the cover, and I've put convenience store woman in that spot as well. I've already read Gargoyles and Convenience, so that's just made it so much more bearable, which is very good. I do want to film my wrap up tonight, but I don't know, I have so much on tomorrow that I'm nervous. Like, I'm working from 1 till 5, and Jacqueline and I are going to watch Matilda the musical, which I'm so excited for, and I need to keep my reading momentum up. Like, today would be the better day to film it. My hair feels gross and I feel gross, and it's not really what I was wanting, but I'll get home, put my ears on charge, and then see what ends up happening, because I mean, I can film it standing, but there's 17 books, so there's a lot to talk through, and I don't know, I can't figure out how I want to do it. Like, if I just do August stats instead, you know, say check out my vlogs for my incoherent ramblings on books, because it's pretty accurate. I don't even know if I'll remember half the shit anymore. Anyway, I will continue on my journey home. I've hit 1,161 steps, so yay. And I will check in with you when I have an update. Boing.
Hello my darlings, so it is now 10 past 10 on Saturday the 7th of September, and I want to wrap up this vlog because the prompts drop at 6 AM tomorrow, so we're going to be starting a new week. I just wanted to confirm that I have done my 10,000 steps a day so far. Everything hurts and it's fine. In terms of reading, I've had a very interesting beginning of the week, and I have read 1,098 pages, which is not very close to where I need to be, but close enough. I should be sitting at 205 times by 7, 1,435. So not doing too bad. I'm only 337 pages behind. This is great. But I just wanted to do a quick recap of the chaos that happened this week. I spun and got Ren's prompt, so I had to find 8 books, and depending on the die, I needed to either read it or unhaul it. And I chose my stack interestingly, and now am getting rid of quite a few. But one of those that I was supposed to unhaul was Power to the Princess by Vita Morrow, but I ended up reading this and gave it 4 stars. I will be unhauling this because I think it will be good for the Allen circulation rather than sitting on my shelves, because it is feminist takes on different fairy tales. I loved it for that, and I think that children will appreciate it. Then I read A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess and gave this 3.5. It actually surprised me with rating. I thought it was going to be lower, but the ending wasn't bad. I need to confer with Ash if he wants to keep this or not, if he has plans to read it. I might keep it just as a trophy for myself, we'll see, but I also don't feel any obligation to keep it. Then I read Veronica Decides to Die by Paulo Coelho, and again gave this a 3.5. Very weird book, very philosophical. Will be staying on my shelves because Ash wants to read Paulo Coelho's, so that's fine by me, but definitely caught me by surprise. Really didn't know anything about it going in. I don't really know anything about it going out. But welcome to my brain. Basically, a woman decides to commit suicide within the first 9 pages, having a drug overdose. So content warnings for suicidal ideation, so much medical neglect, experimentation. Like, it's not going to be an easy one to read for people that have triggers in that capacity. So I would definitely recommend checking out the triggers for actually everything that I read this week before diving into it, because whilst the philosophy is quite interesting, the way that it's approached I could understand would be quite upsetting for a lot of people. Next on the chopping block was Dead Poet Society by N.H. Kleinbaum, and I gave this 1 star. I will be unhauling this. I probably will just put it in the recycling, which is what I do with the reads that I utterly despise. Even though I spent nearly $28 on this, fuck my life. but this happened. Then for my 100th book of the year read, I read The Gargoyle's Captive by Katie Robert. 5 stars. Loved this. 2 bits. Was fab. Absolutely everything I need in uplifting my soul and spirit. So fabulous, wonderful, delightful. I'm biased towards Katie Roberts, so please don't come at me for critical opinions unless you want me to actually go into depth. I'm just not going to unless someone specifically requests it. So I had a grand time. Here's a gargoyle. And the next thing that I read in full was Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata, and this was also supposed to be unhauled, but it prompted me to realize that I want to read it. I don't want to just unhaul it, so I read it, and then now I can put it back on Ash's shelves, and that's fine. But it's off my TBR. I have read it. I gave this a 4.5? Yeah, 4.5 stars, and it was very interesting, to say the least, in its approach to difference and society. Again, kind of big brain energy, so reading that at 9 o'clock this morning was a choice, but I really enjoyed it, and Kiko is such a wonderful protagonist, and I think that a lot of people that appreciate the bluntness of autism will appreciate this. But it does also go quite big brain energy. And so that was everything that I read and or should have unhauled but read instead. But I also had to unhaul The Vegetarian by Han Kan, a novel of sexuality and madness that deserves its great success. Okay, I've heard not great things about it. I held on to it because I thought I should, but every time it's come up, it's always been this close to the chopping block. And so I just decided that, well, I didn't have the desire to pick it up when it was threatened to be unhauled. So I didn't. But the other thing that I'm kind of sad about, but I don't know how I feel, is Search for Senna by K.A. Applegate, which is the first in the Everworld series. I was given this by a friend, and I am curious, but then I'm not sure I'm that curious enough. I got it because I was really intrigued by the covers and K.A. Applegate, so, you know, I don't know. And then I looked at the reviews and I'm not sure. But that would mean I'm unhauling this. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. So I would be unhauling 11 books from the series, which makes my TBR feel fucking fantastic, but I also feel bad for my friend. So I'm in this limbo state of not yet quite deciding what I'm going to do with it. So I'll put it in my unhaul cupboard when I take this down and see how I sit with it. But yeah, they're on the chopping block. This is the unhaul stack for the week. I love Sufferathon. So much fun. Why do we do this? I don't know. It's fun apparently. Who the fuck designed this stupid thing? Oh wait, I did. Whatever was I thinking? Not gonna lie though, I have had the most fabulous week. We have a fantastic group of Chaos Gremlins in the Discord and it's been so fun. I get so overwhelmed at work when I like check on my lunch break and I'm like, I've missed much. I've missed much. So that's where we're at for that. And like you saw earlier, I got Professor Merb's challenge for this coming week, so I will be reading The Winners by Frederick Bachman, but I also ended up doing a bracket style tournament in the Discord in the casino to assign books to people that volunteered, and then they battled it out to pick the other read that I was going to read alongside it. Yeah, The Dragon Republic by Kwong won. It was something that I needed, so I'm not mad, but also, dear God, this is an overwhelming week. So that's gonna be fun. And I ended up getting to 25%, which was page 165 in it today. So I'm actually really proud of that progress. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. So I will start a new vlog tomorrow with how we're going, how everything's traveling, and it's been such a fun week. I genuinely love Sufferathon with my entire heart. It's just chaos, and it's my kind of chaos where I can be nice or I can be mean and everyone just rolls with it. So I love that. So let me know in the comments how your September is starting out. Are you having any good reads or did you find it dud? Let me know anything you want to let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye! Can I get it in before my battery dies? This is the question. This is the question. Ah, go. Shit.